Most folks assume grabbing a massive 2-4 pack of bottled water is the ultimate day one survival move. It's actually not even in my top 3. Having worked grid-down nightmare scenarios from Hurricane Katrina to overseas combat deployments, I've seen firsthand what happens when the infrastructure completely tanks. Here's the reality check. The gear that actually keeps you breathing isn't the stuff flying off the shelves while people panic. It's just chilling in the aisles that nobody bothers to check. There's actually a specific item sitting in aisle 12 that combat medics have sworn by since the Vietnam War, and absolutely no one in a civilian freakout is touching it. I'm gonna give you 11 items to toss in one cart in under 6 hours. While everyone else is throwing hands over the last flat of Dasani, you'll be casually walking out to your truck. Number 1. Skip the bottled water battle. During Hurricane Harvey, entire pallets were wiped out in under an hour and a half. You are not beating that 90-minute timeline, so don't even play that game. Instead, pivot and grab a water bob bathtub bladder or snag some heavy-duty contractor bags from the hardware section. Line your tub and fill it up to the brim before the city's water pressure flatlines. Boom! You just locked down 6-0, plus gallons of crystal clear drinking water without throwing a single elbow in the beverage aisle. One device gives a family of 4 a full week of hydration. The folks losing their minds over spring water don't have a clue this hack exists. Grab a case if it's sitting right there, but your primary supply needs to come straight from the tap before the pumps go offline. Number 2. Batteries. Every stressed out shopper is beelining for the same AA alkaline end caps. Let 'em have it. You're making a run for the electronics aisle to scoop up USB rechargeable lithium batteries. Here's the game changer. Lithium rechargeables crush standard alkalines, outlasting them 3-to-1 per cycle, and you can juice them up indefinitely. Hook 'em up to a cheap $20 folding solar panel from that same aisle, and you've got an infinite power loop. Alkalines are one-and-done consumables. Lithium rechargeables are a legit investment. Buy once, use endlessly. While the herd burns through their Duracells in 72 hours, you'll be catching rays to recharge yours. Nobody raids the electronics aisle during a panic, which gives you a massive window of opportunity. Number 3. Canned goods. The soup aisle is going to look like a post-apocalyptic movie tuna, and chili will be long gone. Don't even waste your time walking down there. Head straight to the international foods aisle and grab canned coconut milk, then swing by the baking aisle for canned butter. Why? Because survival is a math game, and calorie density per ounce is king. 1 can of coconut milk packs over 600 calories, while a can of standard chicken noodle soup whimpers at about 150. You need straight-up fuel, not comfort food. In every major documented disaster, these specific aisles look untouched because sheeple only reach for the brand names they recognize. Your metabolism doesn't care about the label. It cares about calories per ounce. Treat the international and baking aisles like your own personal, fully stocked warehouse. Number 4. Propane and butane canisters. Hit the camping aisle. Most folks totally blank on fuel until the lights are out. Check out this dependency chain. No grid equals no stove. No stove equals no hot water. No hot water means no way to boil and purify sketchy water. Fuel is the ultimate bottleneck for survival. Pick up a single burner camp stove for around $25, plus a 4-pack of butane canisters for under a tenner. That combo lets you cook, sterilize your water, and produce heat for days. Without fuel, half the prep in your cart is totally useless. You ain't eating raw rice or sanitizing medical gear without it. Grab these canisters early because this aisle empties out quietly. Zero drama, just smart preppers getting it done. Number 5. First aid and OTC meds, ibuprofen, and bandages vanish in a blink. An antibiotic ointment is MIA within hour 1. But here is the insider secret. Walk over to the pet aisle and grab veterinary-grade triple antibiotic ointment. It's the exact same USP-grade formula as the pricey stuff in the pharmacy, but way cheaper and totally ignored. Seriously, nobody raids the pet aisle during a grid collapse. While you're at it, grab the most massive bottle of ibuprofen you can find and a full box of butterfly closure strips. Those butterfly strips can literally hold together gnarly lacerations that would normally require stitches. Keep in mind, no ER is taking walk-ins during a total blackout, so you are the first responder now. Use the pet aisle as your shadow pharmacy, same active ingredients. 0 foot traffic. Number 6, lighters and matches. Everyone makes a mad dash for those cheap 4-packs of BIC lighters. Sure, they're cool until they're not. They run out of fluid, the flint snaps, or they get soaked and become useless plastic. Do yourself a favor and detour to the camping section for a ferrocerium rod. Here's the spec that actually matters. A ferro rod throws sparks hotter than 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It works even if it's completely drenched and gives you thousands of strikes over its lifespan. One solid rod will outlive dozens of gas station lighters. You aren't paying for convenience. You're buying bulletproof reliability. 3,000 degree sparks don't give a rip about rain, high humidity, or crazy wind. Grab the disposable lighters if they're still around, but that ferro rod needs to be your main fire starter. It never expires, leaks, or breaks. Number 7, feminine hygiene products. Yep, this is that AL-12 secret I hyped up earlier. Combat medics have been stashing tampons in their kits since NAM. They are individually wrapped, sterile, and literally engineered to absorb heavy fluid under pressure. Medics have used them as a quick and dirty fix for packing wounds for decades. Tear the wrapper, stuff it straight into a deep puncture wound, and watch it expand to plug the cavity and stop the bleeding. That is high-level field medicine for like $3 a box. But wait, there's more. In an extended grid-down situation, real hygiene supplies turn into gold. Within a few days, their barter value skyrockets. Nobody is panic buying tampons when the sirens go off, so grab 4 or 5 boxes. They hit a trifecta: medical tool, hygiene essential, and top-tier trade currency. Zero competition for this stuff, so write that down. Number 8, children's liquid Pedialyte. Let the tryhards duke it out over neon Gatorade in the sports drink aisle. Pedialyte packs 2 to 3 times the electrolyte concentration per liter. Fun fact, it was originally whipped up to handle cholera-level dehydration in sketchy field hospitals. This ain't a sugary post-workout drink. It's a clinical-grade rehydration weapon. In a sweltering summer blackout with 0 AC, dehydration gets dangerous in 24 hours and can flat-out kill you in 48. Heat casualties take out tons of people during long power outages. Pedialyte is chillin' in the baby aisle, totally ghosted by the panic buyers who don't connect the dots to adult survival. Load up your cart with every bottle you can carry. The spec difference between this and a generic sports drink is literally the line between bouncing back and passing out. Number 9. Pool Shock. Specifically, the calcium hypochlorite one. Pound bags. For about $5, you can purify up to 10,000 gallons of drinking water if you nail the dilution ratio. Let that sink in. 10,000 gallons from a $5 bag. You dissolve a tiny bit in water to mix up a concentrated stock solution, then drop roughly 1 teaspoon of that mix into a gallon to make it safe to drink. Regular liquid bleach degrades in 6 to 12 months, but granular calcium hypochlorite lasts for years if you keep it sealed tight. This right here is the absolute highest efficiency item on this entire list, bringing the cost per gallon of clean water down to basically zero. You'll find it sitting lonely in the pool supply section. Nobody is thinking about hardcore water purification during a freak out, but you are. Number 10. Heavy-duty contractor trash bags. This is the most slept-on item in the entire store. A box of 6mm thickness bags sets you back about $15, giving you dozens of heavy-duty survival tools for around 50 cents a pop. Guys on military deployments and disaster relief have used these for everything. Rain ponchos, water collection funnels, ground insulation, makeshift shelter walls, blackout curtains for OPSEC, and sanitation liners for when the toilets stop working. They even double as wound wraps and vapor barriers. One single item, 7 different functions. You literally cannot beat that utility to dollar ratio. During the 2010 Haiti earthquake response, these bad boys were one of the most requested items on the ground. No specialized gear replicates this kind of versatility. One box replaces hundreds of dollars in high-end equipment, and nobody is throwing punches over trash bags. That's the whole point. Number 11. Reading glasses and magnifying lenses. This is your clutch closer, and it might trip you up more than anything else here. A basic magnifying lens can focus the sun to light up tinder in 10 to 30 seconds. We're talking no fuel, 0 moving parts, no expiration date, just an infinite fire starter for around $1. But look at the big picture. Millions of folks rely on corrective lenses to function every single day. You can't just MacGyver a prescription lens out of broken glass when the supply chains snap. In a grid-down world, reading glasses instantly become one of the most highly prized barter items on the planet. A cheap dollar store magnifying glass turns into a massive strategic asset. It sparks fires, helps you read tiny medication labels, navigate maps, and basically restores functionality to anyone over 40 who can't see up close anymore. The long-term value is insane, and the short-term utility kicks in immediately. It'll be the last thing in your cart, but arguably the smartest prep you make today.